Presidential candidate Barack Obama is trying to change political fashion. He gave a speech in Iowa City today, and he wasn't wearing an American flag pin. Those pins have become synonymous with politicians since 9/11. Obama says he doesn't like how the pin has come to represent patriotism in America.
I decided I won't wear that pin on my chest. Instead, I'm going to try to tell the American people what I believe will make this country great, and hopefully that will be a testimony to my patriotism.
Thank you. He gave an amazing speech on Tuesday. We were actually at the Constitution Center, but not giving as eloquent a speech as you were, believe me. And you talked about your white grandmother and how there was a time when even she feared black men, and that she even occasionally would use a racial or ethnic stereotype. Right. What does she say now about you being so close to the presidency?
Well, you know, she's extremely proud. And the point I was making was not that my grandmother harbors any racial animosity. She doesn't. Right. But she is a typical white person who, you know, if she sees somebody on the street that she doesn't know, you know, there's a reaction that's been bred into our experiences that don't go away, and that sometimes come out in the wrong way. And that's just the nature of race in our society. We have to break through it. And what makes me optimistic is you see each generation feeling a little bit less like that.
Thank you.
Obama has some very passionate supporters out there, and some are suggesting some may be a little bit too passionate. Let's go to Carol Costello. She's watching this story for us. What can you tell us about this so-called Obama mania that's going on?
Well, you know, Wolf, you've heard the criticism of Barack Obama. He's all flash and no substance. But now critics have taken that one step farther, saying the Obama campaign seems dangerously close to becoming a cult of personality. He takes the stage and his supporters go wild, cheering, some crying, some shouting, "I love you."
And my faith in the American people has been vindicated because they are ready for change.
Many political observers say they've never seen anything like it. Thousands wait in line to see him. And it seems with every speech, they always latch on to Obama's three favorite words.
Yes, we can.
Obama's supporters wildly respond, chanting enthusiastically along with their candidate. But it's a scene some increasingly find not inspirational, but creepy. LA Times columnist Joel Stein calls this Obama outpouring Obamaphilia, although he admits he's fallen for it too. Others call it cult-like. Conservative columnist David Brooks compares Obama to a messiah and his supporters to members of the Hare Krishna. Soon Brooks says Obama's people will be selling flowers at airports. Time magazine's Joe Klein writes, Obama's message is becoming dangerously self-reverential. The Obama campaign all too often is about how wonderful the Obama campaign is, he says. All of this is not lost on Obama's opponents.
There's a big difference between us. Speeches versus solutions. Talk versus action. You know, some people may think words are change, but you and I know better. Words are cheap. I know it takes work.
But others say the criticism is unfair. Obama does talk policy. But Berkeley's George Lakoff says at this moment in time, Democrats want something different. Yes, we can may sound empty, but Lakoff says voters understand it intuitively.
He's comparing himself to not only Hillary, but other Democrats who have said, no, we can't overcome Bush.
And Lakoff says the pundits just don't understand that, but the voters do. But even Obama supporters are a little mystified by Obamaphilia. Joel Stein wrote in the LA Times, the dude is Urkel with a better tailor. He went on to say, though, but how can you root against a guy who believes he can change the world? Wolf?
A lot of our viewers remember Urkel. I don't know if Jack Cafferty does, but I certainly do. All right, Carol, thanks very much. Let's go to Jack.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, thank you, New Hampshire. I love you back. Thank you.
Church of Christ to a separatist movement, drawing comparisons to Branch Davidians. Joining us now for a response to these claims from Trinity United is the Reverend Dr. Jeremiah Wright. Reverend, welcome to the program. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, this is the same church. You do have the website, right, where it says commitment to the black community, commitment to the black... Go ahead.
The black value system, which was developed by the congregation, by laypersons of the congregation 26 years ago.
Right.
Very similar to the Gospel and Sola Gnomin developed by laypersons in Nicaragua during the whole liberation theology movement 26, 28, 30 years ago. Yes.
But we're not dealing with this. Is on the website today. Well, let me just inform our audience, and I want you to respond if you can. It says commitment to God. By the way, I'm with you, and I hope you'll pray for me, Reverend. Commitment to the black community. Commitment to the black family, adherence to the black work ethic. It goes on, pledge, acquired skills available to the black community, strengthening and supporting black institutions, pledging allegiance to all black leadership who have embraced the black value system, personal commitment to the embracement of the black value system. Now, Reverend, if every time we said black, if it was a church and those words were white, wouldn't we call that church racist? The Trinity Unity Church in Chicago. And that's the one that Senator Barack Obama calls home. Trinity Church's congregation subscribes to a 10-point list, which they refer to as, quote, Afrocentric. Now, a closer look at the church's vision has led many to call them separatists, and in some cases even drawing comparisons to a cult. Joining us now with more on the Trinity Union Church is columnist Eric Rush. Eric, thank you for being with us, my friend. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Pleasure to be here.
Let's look, if we look specifically at the 10 items in the church, for example, commitment to God, basics, simple, nobody would disagree. Commitment to the black community. What if it was a commitment to the white community? Commitment to the white family versus commitment to this church, which says commitment to the black family.
Right.
Your thoughts?
Well, the first thing I did in the column that I wrote was interpolated the words black for white, and I looked at it, and suddenly I was looking at this really scary doctrine. It was something that you'd see in more like a cult or an Aryan Brethren church or something like that.
Shalom to the 12 tribes of Israel. You blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, you are the Jews of the Bible. You are God's chosen people. And we're going to prove it to you in the Bible.
What they'll say is, well, it costs too much money. But you know what? It would cost about the same as what we spent.
I
shall come upon
over the course of 10 years,
that shall rule my people. What? My people. My people. Let's see what's the name of God's people.
We're going to.
Read Israel.
It would cost us about the same as it would cost
Israel. So the name of God's people
about,
is Israel.
Hold on one second. I can't hear myself. But I'm glad you're fired up, though.